Live. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. If you can hear me out there. Hello, everyone. It's Derek Floyd, IK Multimedia. Welcome to DFlo's Audio Toolbox, where we talk about tools that will help you stay creative with whatever you're doing out there. We have a great special guest that's going to come on and show you some really great stuff about what he uses and talk about how he's been a great IK partner. But before we get started, we always want to let you know to please put a like or a subscribe or hit that button to make sure, hey, you're going to be getting this information from us. If you like what we're doing, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share, most importantly. Share that item as soon as you can. We want to make sure everybody is doing a great job and sharing that material for you so everybody can see it on their own. Now, I'm going to talk to my buddy here. My friend has been a award-winning producer, not just any old producer, but award-winning producer who has done stuff with people like Dr. Dre, like Eminem, so on and so forth. And before I even do that, let me finish. I forgot to tell you, stay on till the end of the show because we're giving away Miroslav today. That's right. Stay on to the very end to get your own copy of Miroslav today. Now, back to what I was saying. My guy has produced so many people, like I said, Dre, Eminem, so on, and Rihanna, you name it, Chris Brown, and he's got a couple of great tracks under his belt. One of them was No Air, which is one of my favorite ones, my wife and I's favorite song, and he'll talk about that shortly too. But his name is Erik Blu2th Griggs, and here he is. Mr. Griggs, what's going on, man? Talk to me.
What up, homie?
I know we had a little
bit
of little technical difficulty getting you sounding, but we got you rocking right now, right?
Yeah. You sound like $1 million.
Well, I'm only sound like $1 million because you got me sounding like that. It's all good. It's all good. Man, I'm glad you could stop by DFlo's Audio Toolbox and talk about some of the products you use. I really appreciate you just taking that time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, man. Of course. Anything for you. You know that.
See, you got love for me. So tell me, man, look, how long have you been producing music, man? Tell the guys about that.
Ooh. Forever?
Forever.
I mean, professionally probably since 98.
Wow. So you old.
But I played piano.
You just old.
Yeah, I mean, I could be considered that way, you know what I'm saying, by some, you know what I'm saying? I know you got the 22-year-old filter over there. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this white beard looks like a filter. Yeah, that's what that looks like.
You know what that, you just look like you went that way early. That's what it looks
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So let me know what that filter is, bro.
Yeah, right. Anyway, see, since 98, huh?
Yeah, professionally, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, since doing it that way, how did you meet Dre? I know that's one of your main mentors and main producers you work with.
Okay. So, my first placement in LA was on Tyrese.
Okay. Tell them who Tyrese is, an R&B artist.
Yeah, the R&B artist Tyrese, who was also an actor, of course, and also a model who was the second highest paid model at one point. He's done everything.
Yeah.
But Tyrese from Transformers, from all that, Baby Boy. I was at his house when the guy who took me to Dre actually met me, who was Focus.
Okay.
Focus has been working with Dre for near 20 years. So I was at Tyrese's house playing his white Grand in the living room.
Nice.
Real soft because Shayla was upstairs asleep. And Focus was like, Dre needs to meet you. So that Thursday, I think it was Sunday, and that Thursday, I was kind of in. I've been there for about 5 years now.
Wow.
No, 6 years. It was 2014. That was we were working on Straight Outta Compton at the time.
So you've been working with him for quite a while then.
Yeah.
And what's that experience? What's that experience like?
Listen, I don't know. People might think one way about working with the father of gangster rap, you know what I'm saying? But it's literally the most pleasant mutual admiration society I've ever been involved in the music industry. It's really a wonderful place to work. I can't even explain how great it is.
There it is. And he's a very intelligent dude. People don't get it. He's super smart.
Yo, Dre's a nerd, bro.
Yeah.
Dre's not a gangster. Dre's a nerd.
He's a super smart dude. They don't get it.
pretty much anybody who's successful like that is a nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like to some extent, we got to learn stuff to do what we do, so we got to like it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
people who like to learn, I mean, they're nerds.
So, man, so how did you get to the hit song "No Air," which of course I always talk about? That's my wife. That's one of my wife and I's like songs on our list. That's on our list, dude. That's on our
man.
That's on our list, kid. You don't understand.
So okay. So like I said, the first placement was One. It's funny, it's called One. It was the first placement on Tyrese. And then my very second placement was No Air on Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown. I was the principal contributor to that song. So I'm the one who started. There's 5 people on the song, but I'm the largest contributor to it. So that was like,
y'all all need to go download this track. Download it today. No Air.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely, I feel like that's still my biggest record. Of course, Eminem came out at the beginning of this year and went, number 1 in 24 hours. So I got to see.
Nice. So with all the success,
was
man.
Top 5 No Air was top 5 for 27 weeks.
Wow.
In top 5.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. With all that success you got.
That's why I got this.
Yeah. Look. Okay, the award. That's nice, man. That's nice. So with all that success, man, have you always used plugins in your productions?
You said plugins?
Yeah, have you always used plugins in your productions?
Oh yeah, always. I didn't really grow up during the MPC era. So I've never made a record with an MPC. Like I've played with it before, but I didn't grow up at that time. I was like right after that when plugins started coming out, and I first started using Cakewalk.
Cakewalk, you went back,
like 98. I took 3 computers back before I realized my sequencer was the problem, so I'll never use Cakewalk again. But it was, that trial and error process is no joke, man. You got to go through that to get anywhere.
Yes, sir.
So that's where I was at the time, but yeah, all since then, man, I've been using plugins as my basic workflow.
Awesome. So when did you discover Miroslav?
Oh, you tell me, man. It's probably like a good 5 years ago. No, it had to be more than that because I when I met Dre, I had already started using Miroslav. So this is 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Wow. And you fell in love with it because?
Well, I noticed that the sound is great, and usually when you have a sound that's that great, it's a CPU hog, so you can basically afford to have one open at a time, or maybe 2 or 3. But I noticed like I was lazy. I didn't even try to figure out how to use the multi-output version of it. And I think even to this day, I still have never used it that way.
Are you for real? You're fired from my friend right now. You are fired.
I pull up a new instantiation every time I need a new sound.
You are fired as my friend right now. You are no longer my IK endorser.
But it never hogged my system. Like it never bogged out my system, no matter how many sounds I needed. Like,
wow.
Sometimes I'll layer more than one string sound. Like I'll use a marcato or I use a staccato, and I'll use another sound for the trail, and I'll mix them within the program. But I always send it out to the same channel, so I have a little layered sound inside the plugin that comes out from the same outputs, because I know it's really one sound to me. I just layered it in the program, which is awesome.
So it sounds like you really like the articulations. That's the thing you like the most?
What do I like the most? Well, I mean, it's between the articulations and the fact that there's so many instruments. Also, there's ensembles in that program that have they have strings and horns in the same ensemble. There's like a cinematic one, and there's some other stuff like that, and those sound amazing. Like if you want to be lazy like me, you know what I'm saying? That's what you want, because you could just load up a sound and use it. Like it's really that simple with Miroslav, and I just love that about it. I don't have to layer all the time. I can just pull up a different ensemble.
See, that makes a difference. People don't understand when you're in your workflow. A lot of times you don't want to dive for some sound and have to create it. You want to just hit the button, dial through, hit a sound, and go. You don't want to try to morph it into something. With Miroslav, Those strings are so well done. They're so well sampled. They're so well cut. As soon as you start with violin, it just sounds like a violin. As soon as you hit with cello, it's right on point. It just dials in right, and it sits in the mix right. Nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even like just talking about workflow, in the creative process, a lot of times we're not using the sound that's going to end up on the project, but we need to have it there. So it's not so, but we need to have it there in a way that still sounds good. Because what if you're gonna, send it to my pops, Benjamin Wright, and have him do the strings, but you want to give him an idea of how you want the strings to sound? You can do that in Miroslav, send it to him, and he'll just in his house have 30 to 50 pieces and bring back the night, or don't stop till you get enough, like he's done before. And it'll be amazing. And a lot of times, if he does the same thing, a lot of times you'll layer it with the Miroslav loop.
Wow.
You'll still have Miroslav just tucked under the real stuff, and it's interesting how that sounds.
So then, how vital is Miroslav to when you're doing any kind of production? Do you find yourself using it all the time?
If it requires orchestral sounds, it's my go-to. It's the first thing I go to, and I have some other stuff. I have Vienna. I have a lot of things with strings in them. I have the entire Native Instruments library, which has some cool stuff too. But the ease of use, the quickness, and the low CPU load at the same time, that ratio is, I think, the best in Miroslav.
Nice. What tracks can you tell us, if you can, that you've used Miroslav on? If you can tell us.
Dude. There's probably more tracks that I can't tell you about.
No.
I know I did a record on Cedric the Entertainer that has Miroslav in it. It's like some marcato, quick string lines, kind of like the string lines you'd find on a Luther Vandross record.
Oh wow!
Kind of poppy. It's kind of like it's kind of like a Barry White record, but I use the strings from Miroslav to cut through the mix on that. It's really nice, and those are the final strings. Like that wasn't a demo. The Miroslav strings are the ones on the record.
They made it to the mix. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And do you find yourself in a space where you can use the effects to brighten it up? Like I know there's reverbs in there that have like the cathedral hall, stuff like that. That really brings the sounds to life.
Yeah, well, you're IK Multimedia at the end of the day. You're not just a string program company. So you got some of the best modeling in the industry as far as I'm concerned. You guys had that together before a lot of other companies, even with the, other stuff like the white 2A, which I use so much. Like,
T-Rex, there you are, buddy. Yes, sir.
Oh my God, the T-Rex stuff is so amazing. So even if I don't use the ones inside, I'm probably gonna grab a IK Multimedia plugin on the outside because the modeling is so great. But of course, the ones in Miroslav are made specifically for those strings. So
well, that you mentioned it because we add the effects from parts of our other software inside of Miroslav. So there's actually some of the effects we built in from T-Rex mixed in there. There's some of the effects that had the reverbs and some of the things. So you're getting more than just strings. You're getting some of our best work from some of our other products built inside of Miroslav.
Right, and I can trust that, of course, if your engineers put it in there, then it's good for that sound, or they wouldn't have used that. So it's cool to be able to trust your team when it comes to what verb to put on some strings, unless I just want another, a creative choice.
Exactly. And I hear you have another secret weapon these days you've been rocking with that everybody's not hip to, but maybe they're going to have to get out there and check it out, which is that good old Hammond B3X, yeah?
Well, I've been playing for churches for 24 years now. Now I still play for churches to this day. No matter how, if I got a #1 record on the radio, I'm still at church because it keeps my chops up, for one, and it keeps you playing live. And I don't tour really, so it keeps you playing live every week. I have live experience all the time because of that. So I love that. So I don't really leave the church gigs no matter what's going on.
So the Hammond feels natural, feels good. What do you like about it?
And I've been playing Hammond pretty much for the whole time. And I started out on keyboards and pianos. And then when I got to California in 2015, I've been playing basically organ ever since. So I'm really accustomed to the way a Hammond sounds, like really accustomed, And when I pulled that thing up, look, yeah. So
you had a loss for words, man. Right?
I want to say some stuff I can't say. So some of the stuff with some of the stuff with Dre, like I would pull up a Logic organ and just use that as the thing, but I make Dre promise this is not the final organ. I don't care how good this sounds. This is not the final organ. I can't go out like that. I have to play a real organ on this or something like that. And I endorse Nord, so I have the C2D, which has been, but lugging that around, bro, like.
So Hammond just saves your life, man.
Dude, like just to have an actual plugin that I can use for an organ, I already got dude, I play 5 instruments, so I'm already lugging.
Yes. I keep forgetting you're a multi-instrumentalist here.
I already show up to the studio like Rumble from the Transformers. So I'm like every time, like a Constructicon or something, putting my stuff together. So just not having to take a big organ does help. And the fact that I don't really lose sound quality at all. I've never seen a plugin represent a Hammond like that, ever.
Wow. And that's what we want to hear, man. We want to make sure we're giving you tools that will help you stay creative all the time, man.
Yeah, man. I barely plugins doing that's great.
I think we lost a little bit of signal and make sure we came back. I saw us pause for a second there.
Testing one, tooth.
Bluetooth to the tooth. There it is, man. Anything else you want to share with the folks that are checking out the live stream, man? These are the guys that are looking to check out these things, and if you want to give them any tips or anything else you want to shout out to them about Hammond or about Miroslav.
I don't know. Let me see.
Okay, so there's the plug. All right, so tell them about
Blu2th University, y'all.
Tell them about Blu2th University. Tell them about it.
Look, man, Blu2th University is my YouTube page. It's Blu2thuniversity.com. I just did that to make it easy for people to find. Blu2thuniversity.com takes you right to my YouTube page where you can find a whole lot of toothlage, if you will.
That was really corny, by the way. That was pretty corny.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm still using on how to produce music. So I'm making records from start to finish. As a matter of fact, right now I'm making my own album live on my page. So if you go there, you'll see everything from start to finish of how I make records.
That's awesome.
And you'll free. All you gotta do is like and subscribe.
And you'll talk about some IK products while you're there, right?
I have to.
Yeah.
I'll be using them.
Yes, sir. Well, man, I sure do appreciate you stopping by and just chatting with us, letting us know that the tools we make are keeping you creative and landing on some of the greatest tracks you've made out there. And, we want to make sure that if you're watching this content again, like you said, like, subscribe, and share. And check out Blu2th University on YouTube.com for sure, because he's got a lot of great tips and tricks there as well. And, of course, we're going to be giving away a copy of the good stuff. Giveaway. We're going to do Miroslav today. I'm going to let my team that's moderating help you get the giveaway, so stay on with that. But we sure do appreciate you tuning in to us at DFlo's Audio Toolbox, and we'll always have new stuff coming to you every Wednesday at 4 p.m., so look for us next week. Blu2th, give them some love. Appreciate you coming out, man.
Always, bro. Hug life. It's all love, bro. You already know what it is.
Appreciate you, man. And everybody out there, take care. God bless. Keep those hands washed and stay safe. Moderating team, IK, can you take care of us on the free giveaway? Miroslav, here it comes.